Hopefully this works out. But anyways, hey, this is your boy Derek, aka Daft Sheep. Hope you are doing well. Today I am going to cook. I love to cook and such. And so I figure why not do this? Plus, this is my first time ever doing it. Like I said, YouTube Live. So we'll see how this works out. I tend to do stuff on Twitch. So that being said, if you ever want to go check me out on Twitch, you can check me out at twitch.tv/daft underscore sheep and such. And if you're new, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Um, so yeah, like I said, I am going to start out. As I said, I'm gonna make some rice with eggs and lettuce. I just thought about doing this. I always love just coming up with ideas and such, and just being like, "Can I do this?" and such. And so it's like, why not? So one of the things I'm doing right now is I'm actually washing my rice. I put my rice in this little thing right here. I'm gonna go ahead and try to do this. Um, so one little like life hack I learned was, well, first of all, let me actually go ahead and hand your finger and let you wash it. But I was gonna say, as far as draining it, like, because I have a rice cooker that has like the little hole thing, and what I sometimes tend to do is I could do this little trick, or give me a second. Let's go ahead and get some of this on, and all the rain is gonna be on. But then I was saying the lid has a hole on it, and I'll show you real quick. So therefore, I will go ahead and use that to drain the water. It's just rather fun, as you can see. So hopefully you can see. So yeah, so I'm gonna use this and just open it open. I don't know if you're able to see it, but yeah. And some of it's gonna sip through. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, and this might take a minute. But yeah, I usually like to do. I've always loved cooking things like especially like Asian foods and Asian dishes rather, and like to cook things like I like to do pasta a lot. And when it comes to washing rice, you're gonna have to do it. It's not a once and done thing. You're gonna have to do it over and over and over again. But yeah, so hopefully like that. Hopefully everyone does well and such. Okay. I might put too much rice in here. Might have been a problem, but it's okay. Again, like, one thing is that I always love watching. I watch so many cooking channels, and always wanted to just be like, what? I just like that. I love the cooking, because I thought about doing like, some people ask me why not go for culinary arts and such. And I thought about that because I've worked in restaurants and such, and I always like putting my own spin on things. Like I used to work at Domino's, Jimmy John's and such. Like I said, I always like putting my own spin on this stuff. But my only issue is that one, I like to cook for um I like to be creative. And so after a while, like if I cook the same thing over and over, I tend to get annoyed, or I tend to get bored and such. So it's kind of like a for me on that note. And then two, it's like, it's a whole thing, like, sometimes people, I mean, that's life, but people tend to be demanding about things. Oh, that's no. Oh, well. Well, most of the rice is gone now, but that's okay. Um, all right. So that happened. Okay. So, anyways, I was gonna say that's my third washing. I'd have to get to that, but yeah, yeah, it sucks. But it's okay because it's mainly just meat anyway, so it means less leftovers. Um, okay, so that being said, I think it should be okay now. Because I didn't see too much, and it wasn't too cloudy the last time, so it should be fine. Usually what I do for you is fine. Okay, so that being said, all right, now that I got that out of the way, and like I said, I'm sorry, like I got this little mess happening here, so hopefully I can figure out how to get that all right. So the I can think. I'm just like, do I let it go down the drain or let me try not to water. It's like, sorry. It's like this little moment of like, I'm not very good with the editing stuff. I thought about like, I've always wanted to do the cooking thing, but it's like, don't have the equipment and such. So that's why I figured I'd kind of do it like this, maybe, you watch me all the way through and such. This is what my girlfriend from Canada gets to witness almost all the time whenever. But yeah, okay. Uh, I love you, babe. Well, all right. Well, that being said, all right. Okay, it's like it's starting to get a little, yeah, yeah. It's just like I spaced it out a bit. Yeah. Sorry that like, sorry for the technical, not technical, technical, uh, technical difficulties. All right. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, let's see. All right. But if there's other videos you'd like me to do, if you like this, let me know. Um, if you would like me to, post more stuff like this and such, again, just let me know in the future. Of course, hopefully by then I feel a lot better. We're bright so much, but we'll see. Uncle Roger, please don't be mad at me, and I don't have MSG, so sorry. Anyways, all right, now I got that out of the way. Good, good, good. Let me go ahead and actually wash my hands. So what's first? Things a lot. Always gotta be clean. Always gotta be clean. All right. Okay. So that being said, now I got this. Okay. So I got this out of the way. Great, great, great. Now, um, with the rice, what was I planning on doing with this? Let me see. Let me press down. Okay, there's actually a lot more. It's like I said, it was a lot, but at the same time, it kind of helped. So there's less for me to do. All right. So what I'm actually going to do with this recipe, and I've seen this done plenty of times, and I've done it a couple of times, and it tastes really good. Is I'm just getting some of this, like some of these grains, some of these loose grains into here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put a little bit of garlic in here. So I got me, this garlic, like a spoonful right here, like that. And I'm actually going to fill this up with chicken broth. And because of how much we have, we pretty much kind of bring it to the brim and such, not exactly. one over. So since we have like two, essentially you want to have like three. Okay. And then this might seem weird, but I'm actually gonna put in some soy sauce. Um, I have some less sodium here, so I'm gonna pour some of this in here. And I do actually have some from Panda Express. That's all I'm gonna pour like two little packets in here. Give it that more dark flavor or that darkness. And I'll show you what I have so far. So it kind of looks like that. I know that's kind of really, but trust and believe, when it's fully cooked, it's gonna be bussin'. All right. So now I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in, set it to cook. Great. Now we're gonna get on to the next thing. And that is the lettuce. So what I'm gonna do first and foremost, very clean. Oh, it's a bit more up here. Well, I might actually put that into the thing. So actually, a second. Fine. Okay. All right. So I'm actually gonna bring this over here now. All right. So I got my wok here. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna set this on high, but not too high. Um, so one of the things I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pour me some oil. Let's see. All right. Hopefully you'll be able to see well. So I got vegetable oil. I'm gonna pour that in here. Just a bit. Should probably yeah, doing make it clear. Sorry, give me a second. All right, so I should probably put some more. I think I will see will. I'll pour a little bit more. I'm not really much of a measurement guy. I know I probably should do that, but I don't really do that a lot. But there we go. Okay. Now I'm actually gonna put in let's do 1.5 teaspoons or spoonfuls of garlic. Okay. And we'll go ahead and use the spoon. Give it a saute a bit. And pour in this one little packet of soy sauce in here. All right. Don't need this garlic. Okay. Now go ahead and I'll show you what I am doing. So right now I am setting as best as I could. And then what I'm gonna wind up doing, I'm actually gonna turn up the heat a bit. Now, I got this bag of lettuce here. So let me see. Smells pretty good. All right. Open sesame. I'm glad to have scissors. You can have scissors, but oh well. It's all good. La 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 la. All right. So let's stir this up a little bit. So I can get this sizzle up in here. All right. Now I'll go ahead, put this in here. I'm pouring the whole bag. Yeah, I figured this would be good for like leftovers and such. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up. Let me go ahead and show you real quick. Okay. So that's what I'm doing right now. Uh, but yeah. Well, I got a like. Thank you for the like. One sort. Nice, nice. All right. Uh, One thing I always tell people, by the way, whenever I'm like streaming or sharing a video, is share the love. You know what I mean? Like whenever I make something, it's like I should just share the love. You know what I mean? And not just like for the sake of like getting views and all that. Although that would be nice. It's all a matter of just like there might be people who want to see this stuff. So I'm gonna stir this up a bit, and I'm actually gonna put in some more of this soy sauce. So as like some leftover soy sauce from Panda Express. I had Panda Express a couple of days ago. And then this might sound weird, but I actually was like, I have some leftover like sweet and sour packets. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour these in here as well. Give it a little flavor. Mm, so good. Mm, all right. Now you might be wondering, what about the eggs, Derek? Well, I'll let you know, or Daph. And so here's the thing: is I have the eggs right in here. Okay, and these eggs are good. That's them. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir them up, whisk them and all that. I should probably actually use a whisk. In fact, why don't I just do that? Let me go ahead and wash this off real quick, and then get me an actual whisk if I can find one. I don't found one. Yay! All right, I found a whisk. All right, I'll put this on low so that way Whisk, 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 whisk. I should probably put some seasonings in there, and I probably will in a moment. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and do that actually. I'm gonna get me some garlic salt, some pepper, red crushed pepper, regular salt, and I'll put in parsley too. Why not? So I'm gonna pour some in here. So pour some pepper, some red crushed pepper, make it a little spicy. Ooh, put a lot. Garlic salt. And regular salt. I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up a bit. Ooh, ooh. Sorry, the stone actually really good. Just the lettuce alone. Let me go ahead and show you what I have so far. Okay. And then like here's the eggs. So let's whisk, 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 whisk. I used to do this a little bit. Let me go ahead and do that actually. Give me one. Let's say here. It's on top of a little container here. Oh yeah, I used to love doing this little method when I was young. Whenever I made scrambled egg. Oh yeah, this is really awesome. Okay. This one yolk is like, man, that was eight eggs and such, and you might be wondering what's up with that. Well, the thing is that like actually these eggs were like they're like almost like a month old. But the thing is that um my girlfriend like a lot of videos are like you can actually eat eggs after a month and such. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna pour these eggs in here. So I'm gonna, put it just a little bit. Um, yeah, once I get like, I feel like maybe one good thing, if God wills it, I can be able to like get a decent camera setup. Let me go ahead and yeah. So I'm gonna put the eggs like this. All right, all right. Put this away, and then just stir, stir, stir. So that's all I'm gonna be doing for the next minute from here. It's gonna be stirring, stirring, stirring. Put this up a bit. Stir, stir, stir. Pour some more. Oh yeah, that's right. I wanted to pour some chicken broth in here. So pouring some chicken broth in here to give it a little bit more flavor. A bit more flavor. Yeah, maybe a bit more seasoning. Such. Say salt. That's all. Pepper. Uh, okay. So the garlic salt. Oh, I forgot to put the parsley in here. Let me go ahead and do that. We're gonna put the parsley in here. All right, there we go. Now I'll go ahead and just stir, stir, stir. So what I plan on doing is like, making this scrambled eggs and such and all of that. But also just putting in things like putting on top of the rice that I made earlier. Speaking of which, let's stir this up a little bit. Stir up this rice a bit. You can't see me, but that's what I'm doing. So that way all the juices and the garlic sauce and all that. That's one good thing about having a wok, man. It's like you can just like do it like this. All right. It's gonna take a minute. But yeah. Anyways, like I said, this was actually pretty cool. I kind of just wish I had more stuff. Um, but it's okay. I'm sure, if God wills it in the future, I can. I'm gonna put a little chili powder in here too. Just a little bit of chili powder, and then put in a bit of some more of the low sodium soy sauce. Gonna make it a bit saucy. But one of the things I'm also gonna do, I almost put the soy sauce into the cabinet, and that's not what I want to do. But one of the things I actually want to do for this little dish is I'm gonna put in some Parmesan. So I'm gonna put in some shredded Parmesan here. I thought maybe that could give it, a little bit of thickness, and such. Let's see how that works out. And yeah. And yes, you are gonna watch me actually eat this, so it's gonna be a slash mukbang video. One thing is like you gotta keep on stirring, keep on stirring, keep on stirring, keep on stirring, stirring. getting very mushy, but that is okay. And I'm gonna be the only person eating this for a good minute. So, but hopefully, I like to cook for a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like I tend to cook big portions and such, and it's like, like sometimes it can be okay, but like that's why sometimes I tend to like eat out. Like, so I'm like, if I cook, I'm gonna cook big. Oh man, that's splattered. I should probably use like a spatula. Yeah, I probably should do that. Wait a second. I'll pop it back. No, it's getting more area. Like flip it over, flip it over, flip it over. I'm just like scrambling the eggs with it. It's probably gonna look like mush. Kind of does. But the thing is that like I always just like to, like to see. Oh, that may not look good, but actually it's not burning, I swear it's not. You just need that steam. I'm gonna lower the key a bit though. Need that steam. That steam, y'all. Okay. Now let me go ahead and put this over here. Probably could have done this with some meats and such when I think about it. Oh, that's right. I did want to put in some like, little bacon bit stuff. I don't see why not. Yeah, I'll put in a little bit of bacon bits. Okay. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and yep. Did that a little bit. Yeah, I'll put this now. Now I'll go ahead and serve. Once again, get a little bit, take a little bit of more soy sauce will help. A little bit. And then there we go. Ooh. Ooh. Very good. So we're gonna help smell good. Okay. Anyway, push on through, pushing on through. Yeah, everybody. Like I said, like, yeah. Please share the love. Share the love. Be on our Facebook or whatever y'all kids do. And be like, yo, check this out. Check out this guy. I'm thinking about like maybe change up the intro. Maybe be like, hey, it's everybody's favorite black guy, black cook, or whatever. I just like to play games on here, as you see. I'm waiting for the rice to cook. So the rice is still cooking, which is understandable. But this is actually, I believe this is done. I didn't have like stuff like oyster sauce or anything like that. I wish I did, but it's all good. Oh, I got 2 likes. Yay. All right. Let me go ahead. This is what I made so far. Let me go ahead and taste it. Mm. Ooh. Oh, that's actually pretty pleasant. Ooh, that crispiness, the bacon. Okay. 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 The taste is healthy. I'm gonna like probably put in a little bit of salt just to give it a bit of flavor. I know like you're probably thinking of stuff like you already put like soy sauce. It's like yeah, it's like But I think that lettuce, it kind of like I'm noticing it seems like it's taking up a lot of the flavor. But yeah, uh, let's see. Okay, I like that it has that thickness. This is really good. It really is. I'm not gonna be that channel that'd be like, you'll never want to cook any other way. It's like it's all preference. This is what I decided to make. If you want to make it, you can. Um, I'm gonna clean up here because that is what we do. We clean up. I can put this on low now. And like I said, I'm just waiting for this to actually cook. So it's gonna be a little minute because of the fact that like the rice is still cooking. But what I'm gonna do now, aside from drink this Mountain Dew Zero Purple Thunder. Mm. Ah, which takes is kind of bussy, and the wipes over the sweat off you. Is I'm gonna clean up because, like I said, that's what we do. You need to be in a clean kitchen and such, you know. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna start putting stuff away. Um, start throwing stuff away. But anyways, if there's yeah, let me know if there's anything you'd like me to do on the channel. I'm, you know, I've been like for a while. I've been like, I want to get to 100 people at least. Um, and I think that's just be awesome. You know, I know like to be eligible, you gotta have like 500 or whatever. But right now, I'm like, that's just seems so far away. You know, who knows? Maybe there might be like that one hit video I do, and then it'd be like, oh snap, like okay. But it's like, you know, I don't want to be that guy. You know, and everybody has this story. You know, it's that whole like, I want to do this, but you know, I just don't have the time, and you know, the struggle, and blah 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 blah. And you know, but it is a thing. You know, like you know, people have. You know, I'm not saying like the people on Twitch or YouTube, they don't have Thrive. You know, but it is a thing. Like that is. Well, I've been learning as I've been doing this for a while now. Is there is a there is a form of dedication you need. And a lot of times it's like it's not even about equipment at times or software, you know. It's just amount of do I have the time? Do I you know, and sometimes people have like, you know, they have certain, you know, things that get in the way, they have certain hindrances. Some of which can be like there's some that are like, okay, that's a personal hindrance, like, you know, you've caused yourself to do this. Like, you know, like say for instance, like, oh well, I tend to be on, you know, social media a lot. Well, if you tend to be on social media a lot, maybe you should just step away from it. You know, you don't have to actually be on social media. You know, that's the thing. Like you can just actually not do that. Um, but on the other hand, you know, you got like, you know, you have jobs, you know, like you have financial problems and such, you know, and I'm not here to, you know, do a like, you know, woe is me type deal, but I do have like some of those issues, you know, you know, I have like, you know, lots of debts I gotta pay, you know, I got like bills and such, you know, the living situations, you know, blah blah blah. Jobs that don't pay well enough, you know, trying to find something that pays well enough, and all that, while also at the same time trying to actually be in a solid relationship that, God willing, will turn into a marriage. You know, and actually, I remember years back, on that note, um, I remember my pastor. He used to, he always was always like Derek, you should look into being into a relationship, being married and such. And I was always like, well, I should wait till I have like the best job, the best paying job, and um, that my life is set and blah blah blah. But I think after a while, it just got to a point of like, and, especially like the kind of life I was living and such, and the stuff I was falling into. Thankfully, by the grace of God, that I turned away from a lot of those sins and such. And but the thing is that it made me realize I desire to be with someone, and I was like, you know what, I want to get me a godly wife and such, and so I started looking around and found the girl that I'm with now. We've been together. It's gonna be about 11 months now. Praise be to God for that. It was a whole year. Wow. And but and I was going through you know, a job that, while it paid well enough, it was like, man, it's like kind of like one of those like, was it worth it, man? Like, I don't know, man. Like, it paid, great job, man. And then also I'm door dashing. Even right now, I'm door dashing and such. Um, but I'm like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. All that just to say, like, as far as stuff like, the whole making videos, stuff like making videos, making streaming and such and all that. It's like, at some point you just gotta try, you gotta do stuff. As some of you have been on here a while back, that I try to get into making games and such, making video games or making tabletop role playing games and such. And I've been getting into a lot of like playing a lot of like board and party games, and I really like that stuff. I'm just like, um, I'm just hoping that I figure out, get my footing out there. But yeah, it is that whole like, you gotta have that time, that dedication, you gotta find that balance, you know what I mean? That's one of the things I'm trying to figure out. But I always tell people, I'm like, if God wills it, then hey man, like, I get that one break, that one break of like, oh, like, you know what, man, like, here you go, dude. You can actually work here. You know what I mean? Like, or hey, man, you gotta make enough money. Or hey, man, like here's you got so many subscribers and such on YouTube, or you're doing so well on Twitch that hey, you can actually make you don't even have to do all that stuff. You're fine. And that'll be cool. But for the time being, it is what it is. Um, but I did watch this one video. Um, and by Pyre Software. I like watching him a lot. And I watched this one recent short he uploaded where somebody was asking like, well, hey, like I want to get into making games and such, but the problem is wouldn't matter idea like would my ideas matter because of the fact that I'm taking a long time learning how to code. And he's like, just do it, like doesn't matter. Like, everything is kind of old anyway, so just do it. And sometimes you just gonna have to do that. Like even this, like right now, I'm making a live video in my kitchen. It's kind of raw, or whatever. But the point is that I'm making a video about cooking something, and it's like I'm making a dish that I never made before. You know, Yeah, I made eggs, of course, and but I was like, can I mix eggs and lettuce together and blah blah blah, and just waiting again. I was just waiting for the rice to finish cooking, but as you can see, it's actually getting there. Um, give me 1 second. I guess I could use that one. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, the point is that like one of the things I've always learned is just like you gotta just do stuff. You know what I mean? Um, I was watching and like the I don't know you'll be able to see, but the rice is kind of steaming. Um, I don't think you can from here. Can I zoom in? Oh, I can. Okay. It's like it's like yeah, I don't think it'll pop up. Okay, it does. It's like right behind. Yeah, it's steaming. Okay. Anyways, but yeah, like the point is that like you know, sometimes you just gotta do something. You know what I mean? And it's like, for instance, when it came to making a game, when I tried doing ES Punk a while back and such, and I still think about those games. I still think about, games I want to make and such. Um, things I want to draw, things I want to write, and all of that, things I want to stream. Um, and it's sometimes it's a matter of like, just got to do it. But sometimes it's also it could be a priority thing. Like, do you have the time to do it? Do you have the funds to do it? Do you have the whatever? And sometimes you might not. Some things you may not have enough for, but you could at least do something. You know what I mean? Like when it came to the whole streaming thing, I used to just want to stream all the time, but my laptop was kind of whack, and I probably could have done it then, but I just like didn't really have the drive. And then around Christmas time, I had bought some games on Steam, and I was just like, I want to play these games, but my whole computer was sucking. So I was like, you know what, I'll go buy me a gaming laptop. So I did, and once I was able to see that, oh, I can actually play these games, and I can play all these games I've always wanted to play. I was just like, you know, I'll go ahead and play it. Um, and then I was just like, I remember I was kind of like bumming out during that time because right then I was like, of course I was teaching and such, and I was like, it's kind of almost miserable. But I kind of use it as a means to be like, I can't remember if I actually started streaming when I came back or if it was like you know, I can't remember. It's like it kind of did become like an outlet and such of me just like, what, I just want to stream a bit, like, give it a shot. Why not? So I bought some stuff, and I started streaming. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. And so that became a thing. And yeah, so that's why I have a lot of videos on here. Which reminds me, I actually need to download some of those videos from Twitch before they go out. Because of the fact that I need to, yeah, because I'm gonna have to upload. It's like 2 pinstripe videos. But yeah, but the thing is that if you like the sort of stuff, if you like to do something, go for it. I actually have I don't know if I would call it. I guess you could say I kind of made a career of like of teaching anime drawing to kids during the summer, and that was just because I always like to draw, and I wound up becoming a teacher at the community college, and now I teach not just anime drawing, but I teach public speaking. I teach drama, regular drawing. Yeah, it's just one class I do nature studio. Excuse me. And one of the things I got to incorporate this past summer so far is I could actually play games. Like I like to play games. Okay, the rice is done. By the way, that's why I walked over here. The rice is done. Okay. But yeah, so but the thing is that like, one of the things I'm learning now is I'm able to do that, and it's actually pretty cool. The thing is that uh, it's like I said before, if you want to get something done, you just got to do it. And that's it. That's really it. If you want to get something done, just do it. Try stuff, you know. Who cares what people say or think? Ooh, it smells so good. Okay. Okay. Got this rice here. Let me go ahead. Okay. Well, on a mushy side, but it's not so bad. Okay. 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 Yeah. La 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. That's it for the rice here. And it's steaming hot too. Now we're gonna go ahead get some of the eggs in here. This egg lettuce thing. I forgot to wash this, but it's okay. And we'll get to that. I'll do like one big scoop, like so. I think I'll turn this off now. And all right. One thing is, so you witness me doing this instead of being like, oh, I'll do it later. I'll do this right now. I will clean this spoon. Um, so yeah, but yeah. I'm sorry if I try to sound all inspirational or whatever, but that's the thing. It's just like sometimes I am just like you just gotta do it, man. You know, that's one thing I have learned over time. Like it's like, for instance, I learned this in theater. Um, I used to when I used to be in theater, and I do want to go back to acting. And I thought about doing skits. I know I always bring it up. I do want to do skits on here. But one of the things I've always learned is that, like, man, sometimes you're just gonna have to do it. Sometimes you're just gonna have to go out there, and you're just gonna have to say your mind. And you're just gonna have to perform. That's just the way it is. You're just gonna have to do that. There's no other way around it. There's no like, shortcuts and all that. You're just going to have to do it. Um, so when people are like, oh, like, how come blah blah blah? It's like, dude, you're gonna have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Um, Sometimes you may forget your lines, and that's a thing. You may, but the least you could say is if you did it, you're like, at least I did this. So even if people like make fun, and I imagine there might be people who may watch this and in the future and such, and that's understandable. They have their preferences or whatever. But at least I can say to them, I did it. I forgot his fork. Um, but yeah, that's the thing. It's like, at least I gave it a shot. And I know it's kind of like, it's kind of hokey that way, but it's the truth, right? At least I could say that. And that's something that you can't take away. There's some things you probably shouldn't do, of course. But nonetheless, hey, at least I tried it. And that's why, for instance, when it comes to this, you're gonna watch me eat this, you know, and I'll give my my thoughts about it. It's so funny. It's just like it's like I said, it looks very healthy. Now let me go ahead and pray. Father God, thank you so much for this meal, Lord. You are awesome. And thank you for the blessings that you provide, Lord. Oh, Lord, thank you so much for just allowing me to make this, Lord. And I not just make this meal, but also make this video, Lord. And I pray to you, God, that if there are people who do watch this, may they feel inspired, Lord. I imagine there are people out there who have a creative spark, or Lord, that they're trying to do stuff. They want to make stuff. They want to show the world their talents or something, their ideas. But Lord, I just pray that you give them courage. I pray, Lord, also that may this glorify you, Lord, and may people turn to you, Lord, and praise you, God. And thank you so much. And I thank you all that you have done. In your son's name, Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen. Okay. I should probably get some soy sauce. Give me a second. So first let me try this without. Ooh, it's like, ooh, okay. Okay. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah, it's so good. Mm, mm. Makes sense. Soy sauce. If I had some sriracha sauce, I would probably put sriracha on here. But I definitely could see like I've seen people do like the lettuce omelet, and I thought about doing that, but I was like, I just felt like that was gonna be a little like time consuming and such. Mm. Ooh, ooh, it's so good that way. Mm. Mm. Awesome, bro. Mm. Yeah, I think this is pretty awesome. If you like I said, if you want to try it, you totally can. Let me know what you think of it. Mm. I'm gonna make this a slight mukbang video. Okay. Huh. Mm. Because like I said, I don't want to just do that whole thing like, oh, I made it, and then like, there you go. Like I see some channels that do that. Now something that looks good, I'm like, I got okay, I trust you don't have to eat it. But there's some people it's like, that looks kind of sussy, bro. You gonna eat that? Man, yeah. Mm. Definitely worth checking out. Definitely worth trying. One thing I'm gonna do too is like is that I'm like mush it up a bit so that the rice is in. And I should probably just like maybe cook the rice with the eggs. Mm, 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 mm. Let me see something. Mm. Yeah, still cooking. Mm, mm. This is just fun. Like I said, I might do this more often. It's one dish I love to make. Um, that I learned that I love to make now is Alfredo pasta. Mm, I love making so good. Be so busting butter. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see something. Mm, 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 mm. Right. I'm over here just like, yo, like, check this out, yeah. Just sharing. Mm, I might give me a second bowl of this. Mm, I think I gotta get going though, because I gotta go to this one tire shop, see if I can get my tire replaced. And my wheel busting on me. But I'm like, so thankful to God. So thankful to God that I did it. Then I got I put the donut on. I was able to do it myself. Yay. Kind of sucks 'cause it was right after DoorDashing and I made a decent amount. But now I gotta like make a good amount so that way, you know, recover. But it's fine. Mm, 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 mm. Some real good stuff. Mm, mm, mm. Good stuff. See? And I think, like I said, I think I will go ahead and give me a second bowl of this. But later, realize like probably a bunch of caffeine. That's all Gucci. And let me go ahead, lighter bowl. I don't want to go too crazy now. So like, just do like maybe two little scoops here. The rice. Mm, and then walk over here. And then give me one little scoop of this egg stuff. And then I'm gonna stir it all up. I think that's how you gotta do it, man. You gotta stir it up, you know what I'm saying? Get it all together. Get it all together. Get it all together. And be like this. Get it all together. Get it all together. Get it all together. Oh, get it all together. Get it all together. Let me get that water. Get that water. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Get that water. Do. Speaking of water, man, I kind of want to go to the pool, man. Uh, it's just one of them things. Might do that tomorrow. Go to the pool. And yes, I could actually swim, y'all. I beat the stereotype. Yo, can I open this water bottle? Like, wow. Here we go. When am I going to end this video? You're probably wondering. I'm probably going to end it after this. So, after this one little helping. Mm. 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 Brother, this is awesome. You need to cut it. Mm. Mm. 1 second. Okay. Now, I wonder what that's like when I like do that. I guess I'll have to see. Like I said, first time ever doing YouTube Live. It's amazing because I couldn't do it in the past. They need to be like, nah, you can't do it. I guess now I can. Mm. So busting. Mm. So good. You get the job done. That's always one thing. Sometimes it can be a very simple person. It's like, does it get the job done? It does. Mhm. Hello. Oh, what's up, Tackle Master Kyle? How are you doing, man? You doing good? Thank you for dropping on by. You just missed out on a delicious meal that I made. But I'm sure you could just watch it, skim through. Pretty much made rice with lettuce and egg. Oh, I hear that, man. I got you, homie. About to get stuff for work. Yeah, man. I'm glad to hear that. Ooh. Yeah, but it's about to fall out. But all is good. I was just talking about how, one of the things I brought up earlier is the fact that, I just gotta do stuff. And, but sometimes the hard thing is like, got life, I'm not saying people who make games or people who make YouTube content or Twitch content don't have lives, but, you know, it's like matter of like, I got to try to figure out like what's a good time for me to do stuff. And today I was just like, you know what? I've always wanted to make a cooking video, so why not? So, and I did it. So, was it perfect? Nah, but hey, I did it. In any case, definitely want to get in touch, man. For the TTRPG stuff. By the way, I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick shout out since you're here. Yeah, people, go ahead check out Technomancer Kyle. You can check him out on Twitch. He has a Twitch account. He also has a Twitter account. I know that's the main thing. He also has Ko-Fi and Itch.io. Definitely check him out, guys. You know, he's a pretty cool dude. Let's see, life is hard no matter your job or things. Honestly, I want to get back into on that creator grind. Yep, I hear that, man. Like that's the thing. It's like I want to like get back to that stuff. Like honestly, I was thankful for even you doing that one game thing, that game jam, and it kind of helped me like think I want to expand the ES Punk world because I don't know if you know this, but in that game I kind of use the same mechanics as ES Punk, but just more expanded. I expanded on it, and it's like instead of just being completely diceless, that it actually uses dice, but uses points as well. I think even have a few videos on here and TikTok. Okay, yeah. Like I said, check him out. If you see he has stuff on here and on TikTok, go for it. But yeah, I've been thinking about I want to kind of do like I don't know how to go about it. I guess sort of like World of Darkness in a way, where I have like a or White Wolf, or there's a unique system, but it's like there's a group of different types of beings that you can actually play as. Um, I inhabit the gem, help you get back into the creative spirits. Honestly, that was a sort of a goal. Yeah, it really was awesome. And I actually meant to ask, like, if you ever got the chance to try it. I know, like, I didn't really. It was like kind of late into it, but like and it wasn't really expanded on. But um, if you actually get to try it out, um, but yeah, like I said, like I thought about like technically screw ups were essentially just like well, it's just a robotic slash technical side of ES Punk and such, and all these other games I've done like Nine Lives with Nekos, and then like I made this one called Mark of the Nephilim, um, and such, and that kind of is like what, they all use psionics in some way. Might not just be like, here's a system that they use, everybody can use these, but you just like, I want to be this instead of this, and blah blah blah. So yeah, um, and I definitely got to get also into the drawing as well. But yeah, so this was it, and I'll show you real quick. Like I said, like the stuff I made. I know you just came in. But yeah, I just made this. Like I said, this egg lettuce with soy sauce, and then yeah, I made this rice over here and all that. But yeah, I was on here for an hour and such. This is my first ever. Thanks, man. My first ever live video on YouTube. So yeah, and one thing I always tell people, like, and you've heard me probably say it from time to time whenever I made stuff or when I was on Twitch, like, share the love. But I'm actually about to head out. But hey, like, just before I go, do you have any like, do you happen to have any prayer requests or anything, that anything that's on your mind that you wish for people to, pray for and such in the future? If not, it's totally fine. Um, and that's the thing I want to start doing more often too. Is like I want to offer up prayers for people. You know what I mean? I wish that if it was in person, like I can offer hugs to people. I'm a hugger, and I like to, like to offer comfort to people. Oh, okay, that's cool, man. Well, in any case, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I've never done this before. Do I click on the X or whatever? But anyways, or the plus sign. But yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to go. But until then, you guys take care and God bless. Let's see. Am I just no, it's supposed to start cold there, so I guess I just press the X. Sorry guys. You sure you want to stop streaming? Yes. Goodbye.